Am I just dreaming, or did you walk through my door? Do you still feel the same way that you did before? Did you come to bring me sorrow like all those yesterdays? Let's not think about tomorrow, just today. Stay.
I love teaching dance. I've been dancing since I was a kid. It was insane to me how he could go from being so loving and warm and affectionate and always wanting to cuddle and wanting to be with me forever to, I hate you, you're disgusting, I can't stand you. One thing that he used to say that really bothered me, even though I know it's not true, he would tell me that I was ugly on the inside. And that really struck a nerve in me. From my perspective, if someone is going to tell someone else that they are ugly on the inside, that has got to be projection. That has got to be something that you feel about yourself. You know, and I would just sit and think, oh, does he tell himself that? Does he sit alone in the dark and tell himself that he's ugly on the inside? Or who said that to him? Like, somebody must have said that to him, because even that phrasing was out of character for him. It never hurt my feelings, but it bothered me that he was comfortable saying that out loud. It feels as if I was lost in the devil's web. But now I'm ready to tell my story. I'm ready to take my life back.
Stay.
The narcissist will eventually start to love bomb the target less and less, and will begin to break up the love bombing with devalue cycles. We call this intermittent reinforcement, meaning sometimes the narcissist will be loving, caring, and compassionate. Then there will be cycles where the narcissist will be cruel, abusive, neglectful, and mean. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of the trauma bond. This is exactly how they establish and grow the trauma bond between the two of you. So now the narcissist will move into utilizing guilt trips to confuse the target, and will utilize blame shifting to manipulate the target into believing the problems they are now having aren't the narcissist's fault, but are actually the target's fault. As the narcissist will play the victim with regard to their irresponsible, chaotic, and abusive behavior. They will blame their behavior on their childhood, or on their school years, or on their boss, or on their finances, or on their friends, or on the actual victim, you. And they are incredibly convincing at getting people to actually believe they are indeed some kind of a victim.
I'm not up to a goddamn fucking thing because I'm trying to make plans with you. But, like, you're destined to just fuck this up. Why? Why is it so hard?
And he has my clothes and stuff, so. Jody did all my stuff because he lost his charging block and I didn't know where it was. He was choking me. He would always tell me that he was better than me, that he was a better person, he's always been a better person, he will always be a better person, that he deserves so much more. And it would come from nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. I get home from the gym and all of a sudden I was this awful, horrid human being. It wasn't like it was at a half hour where he went on a tirade. It was like 6 or 7 hours of him going off on me, screaming in my face, throwing things at me, saying really nasty things. He would threaten to ruin my career, to ruin my life, to destroy my life, that his mom was going to destroy my career, that I was unfit to be around children, that I was a horrible teacher, even though he knew nothing about my teaching. So, it would, sorry, but it would make me laugh because it didn't make any sense. And laughing in his face when he would try to insult me like that would, it would just egg him on. It would just perpetuate the abuse. But, sometimes someone will say something that's just so off cuff that it's like, what can you do but laugh? Even though it was no laughing matter at all.
We did this.
I'm a dance teacher. He called the school that I worked at one morning and told them that I was suicidal. He had stolen my car keys and my cell phone and refused to give them to me. So I had no way to get to work, and I didn't have my phone to call anyone. I eventually got my phone back and was able to call the front desk administrative assistant and explain to her what was happening. I called a coworker who was on board to call 911. I told her not to do that, but he ruined my reputation with my colleagues and with that employer. I no longer work there. We decided to part ways at the end of that school year. The morning that he called my work and told them that I was having a manic episode and suicidal was when I realized that I was trapped, that I was involved in something that was bigger than me, that I didn't know how to handle or navigate through. And I was panicked. I was terrified. He called my work and told them that I was having a manic episode and suicidal, that I was going to the hospital. Who does that? Who does that? I mean, you have to be insane. I couldn't tell anybody at work what was going on at home because it was unprofessional and I was embarrassed. My colleagues, everyone I worked with, they were all kind, big-hearted, empathetic, compassionate, well-educated, amazing educators. It was one of my favorite places I've ever worked my whole life. The school was amazing, but the school community was family. To have to leave because I was dealing with something sinister that I couldn't get rid of was really hard for me. I didn't want to tell them what was going on. I didn't want to embarrass myself, and I didn't want them to worry any more than they already were worrying. None of them deserved that. They were all good people. When I look back at the text messages from that morning, I look at it through different eyes. Obviously, I'm a different person now, but I can't believe that I just dealt with it. I just, in essence, let it slide. I mean, it's a major red flag. It's a major violation. He was trying to convince me that I was having a manic episode. The arrogance that he possesses always surprised me. I do get a lot of questions. The main one is, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just get rid of him? I tried, and I couldn't. He wouldn't go away. Literally, he would not go away. He lashed himself onto me, and no matter what, I couldn't get rid of him.
Stay.